What if the key to living a calmer, more focused life was written nearly 2,000 years ago by one of the most powerful leaders in history? Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wasn't just a ruler. He was a seeker of wisdom, constantly reflecting on how to lead a virtuous life amidst chaos. His personal journal, known today as Meditations, is a treasure trove of timeless insights that continue to inspire millions. At the heart of his teachings is one transformative idea that defines Stoic philosophy. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This simple yet profound principle has the potential to reshape how you approach challenges, decisions, and even your sense of inner peace. But how do we apply this teaching in a world that feels increasingly overwhelming? How can we master our thoughts when distractions, stress, and uncertainty seem constant? In this video, we'll explore Marcus Aurelius's most influential Stoic teaching and how it can guide you toward clarity and resilience. Here's a question for you. How often do you let external events dictate your mood or your day? What if you could shift that focus inward, taking back control of your mind and actions? By the end of this video, you'll not only understand Marcus's wisdom, but you'll also have practical tools to apply it in your life. Marcus Aurelius wasn't writing for an audience, he was writing for himself. And that's what makes his words so relatable. They're raw, honest, and deeply personal, showing us that even an emperor grappled with fear, doubt, and the pressure to stay grounded in an unpredictable world. So stick around, because this isn't just a lesson in history. It's an opportunity to connect with a philosophy that has stood the test of time. It's a chance to learn how one man's reflections can help you navigate life's challenges with greater strength and purpose. Let's dive in. Core teaching, mastering the inner dialogue. At the heart of Marcus Aurelius's philosophy is one of his most famous teachings. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This simple yet profound idea is the cornerstone of Stoicism and one of the most influential principles in Meditations. It's a reminder that true strength comes not from controlling the external world, but from mastering our inner dialogue. Think about how often we let external events dictate our emotions. A traffic jam, a harsh comment, or an unexpected delay can ruin our mood. But Marcus Aurelius teaches us that these events themselves are neutral. It's our interpretation, our inner dialogue, that shapes how we feel and respond. Marcus wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This teaching invites us to take responsibility for our mindset. Instead of blaming external circumstances, we can focus on how we perceive and process them. It's not easy, but it's empowering. Pause and observe. The next time you feel stressed or upset, pause and ask yourself, what story am I telling myself about this situation? Recognizing your internal narrative is the first step to changing it. Challenge negative thoughts. Ask yourself, is this thought helpful or accurate? Often, we catastrophize situations or assume the worst. By questioning these thoughts, we can replace them with more balanced perspectives. Reframe your mindset. Instead of seeing a challenge as a problem, view it as an opportunity for growth. For example, an obstacle at work isn't just frustrating, it's a chance to build resilience and problem-solving skills. Marcus Aurelius himself faced immense challenges as a Roman emperor. He dealt with wars, political intrigue, and a devastating plague. Yet he consistently reminded himself to focus on what he could control, his own actions, thoughts, and virtues. This mental discipline allowed him to lead with clarity and composure. Here's a real-life analogy to illustrate this teaching. Imagine your mind as a garden. External events are like seeds being blown into the soil. Some are weeds, others are flowers. You can't control what lands in the garden, but you can choose which seeds to water. By nurturing positive thoughts and letting go of negative ones, you cultivate a peaceful and productive mind. This teaching is especially relevant in today's fast-paced, unpredictable world. Social media, for example, often bombards us with negativity and comparisons. It's easy to feel inadequate or overwhelmed, but by focusing on our inner dialogue, we can break free from this cycle. Instead of scrolling mindlessly, we can ask ourselves what truly matters to me and redirect our energy accordingly. Another modern application is dealing with criticism. Imagine receiving a harsh comment at work or online. Instead of reacting defensively, consider Marcus's advice. It's not the comment that hurts, but your perception of it. By changing how you interpret the criticism, focusing on any constructive feedback, or simply letting it go, you take back control of your emotions. Mastering your inner dialogue doesn't mean suppressing emotions or ignoring reality. It means approaching life with mindfulness and intentionality. It's about recognizing that while we can't control the waves of life, we can learn to steer our own ship. As Marcus Aurelius taught, true strength lies in this inner mastery. When you focus on your thoughts and actions rather than external events, you unlock a sense of freedom and clarity that no one can take away. It's not an overnight process, but with practice, you'll find that mastering your inner dialogue is one of the most transformative skills you can develop. Lesson number 1: accept what you cannot change. One of the most empowering lessons from Marcus Aurelius is the importance of accepting what you cannot change. This principle lies at the core of Stoic philosophy, teaching us that freedom comes not from controlling the external world, but from mastering our response to it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." These words remind us that the things we cannot control, other people's actions, unexpected setbacks, or even the passage of time, are not worth our emotional energy. By focusing instead on our inner world, we liberate ourselves from unnecessary stress. Imagine you're caught in a situation beyond your control, like a flight delay. Most of us instinctively feel frustrated or anxious. But as Marcus would remind us, the delay itself isn't the cause of your discomfort. It's your resistance to the situation. Accepting the reality of the delay doesn't mean you enjoy it, but it allows you to reclaim your peace of mind. Instead of stressing, you might use the time to read, reflect, or plan. Acceptance is not resignation. It doesn't mean giving up or tolerating injustice. Instead, it's about recognizing the limits of your influence and redirecting your energy toward what you can control. Marcus Aurelius faced immense challenges as an emperor: wars, political intrigue, and a devastating plague. Yet he consistently chose to focus on his own thoughts and actions, rather than dwelling on what was beyond his control. Here's how you can apply this principle in your daily life. Pause and assess. When faced with a challenge, ask yourself, is this within my control? Let go of resistance. If it's not, remind yourself that resisting reality only creates unnecessary suffering. Redirect your energy. Focus on what you can do, such as adjusting your mindset or taking constructive action. This teaching is particularly helpful in relationships. For example, you can't control how others behave, but you can control how you respond. If a friend cancels plans at the last minute, you could choose to feel angry, or you could accept the situation and use the time for something productive. Marcus Aurelius also believed that acceptance helps us find gratitude. He wrote, "Do not dream of things you don't have. Rather, reflect on the blessings you do have and how much you would miss them if they were not there." By shifting your focus away from what's lacking and toward what's present, you cultivate a sense of contentment. Let's use another example. Imagine losing a job. This is undeniably difficult, but it also provides an opportunity to reassess your career goals, learn new skills, or pursue a path that aligns more closely with your values. Acceptance doesn't erase the challenge, but it helps you move forward with clarity and purpose. Acceptance also ties closely to the Stoic concept of the dichotomy of control, a fundamental idea that separates what we can influence from what we cannot. Marcus believed that worrying about uncontrollable factors only distracts us from meaningful action. Instead of lamenting the rain, for example, focus on finding an umbrella. Here's a helpful analogy. Imagine carrying a heavy bag filled with things you can't control. Every step becomes harder and you feel weighed down. Now picture yourself setting that bag down and walking away. That's what acceptance feels like. It's the freedom of letting go of unnecessary burdens. In today's fast-paced world, acceptance is more relevant than ever. Social media, for example, bombards us with images of lives we can't replicate. Comparing ourselves to others is futile because their circumstances are outside our control. But when we accept our own path, we free ourselves to live authentically. Marcus Aurelius showed us that accepting what we cannot change isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It's a choice to focus on the present moment, to act with intention, and to find peace within ourselves. By embracing this lesson, you'll discover a resilience that no external circumstance can take away. Lesson number 2, direct your energy wisely. Marcus Aurelius frequently reflected on the importance of directing one's energy toward meaningful actions. In a world full of distractions, his advice feels more relevant than ever. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. This teaching reminds us of life's fleeting nature and encourages us to focus on what truly matters. Instead of wasting time on trivial concerns, Marcus believed we should direct our energy toward living with purpose and intention. Imagine a day where your energy is scattered. You scroll through social media, get caught up in minor arguments, and procrastinate on important tasks. At the end of the day, you feel drained but unfulfilled. Now imagine the opposite. A day where you focus your energy on meaningful goals, connect with loved ones, and take care of your health. The same amount of time has passed, but the quality of your experience is entirely different. Marcus Aurelius often asked himself, "What is my duty?" For him, this wasn't about external obligations. It was about aligning his actions with his values. He believed that by focusing on what's essential, we can free ourselves from the distractions that dilute our energy. Here's how you can apply this principle. Identify your priorities. Take a moment to reflect on what truly matters to you. Is it your family, personal growth, or contributing to your community? Write down your top priorities to keep them at the forefront of your mind. Eliminate distractions. Recognize the habits or activities that consume your time without adding value. This could mean limiting social media, avoiding gossip, or saying no to commitments that don't align with your goals. Focus on action. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This is a call to take action rather than overthinking or hesitating. Marcus also emphasized the importance of small, consistent actions. He understood that greatness isn't achieved in a single moment. It's built through daily habits. Whether it's practicing kindness, pursuing a passion, or maintaining your health, every small effort contributes to a meaningful life. One of the biggest challenges in directing our energy wisely is saying no. Marcus wrote, "If you seek tranquility, do less." This doesn't mean being passive. It means being deliberate. By saying no to distractions, you say yes to what truly matters. For example, consider your daily schedule. Are you spending time on tasks that move you closer to your goals, or are you letting other people's priorities dictate your day? By setting boundaries and focusing on your values, you reclaim control of your time and energy. Another way to apply this lesson is to focus on the present moment. Marcus Aurelius wrote extensively about the power of mindfulness, reminding himself to stay grounded in the here and now. He wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." When you focus on the task at hand rather than worrying about the past or future, you become more productive and less stressed. Here's a practical analogy. Imagine your energy as a beam of light. When it's scattered, it's dim and unfocused. But when it's concentrated like a laser, it becomes powerful and impactful. By directing your energy wisely, you channel your potential into what matters most. Marcus Aurelius faced immense pressures as an emperor. Despite these demands, he constantly reminded himself to stay true to his purpose. His reflections weren't just philosophical musings, they were tools for navigating the complexities of life with clarity and strength. In today's fast-paced world, Marcus's teaching to direct your energy wisely is a powerful antidote to overwhelm. It's a reminder that life is too short to waste on distractions. By focusing on what matters, you can live with greater intention and fulfillment. Marcus Aurelius's teachings remind us that true strength lies not in controlling the world around us, but in mastering our inner selves. By embracing his timeless principles, you can navigate life with greater clarity and purpose. Master your inner dialogue. Recognize the power of your thoughts and choose interpretations that empower you. Accept what you cannot change. Let go of resistance and focus on what's within your control. Direct your energy wisely. Prioritize meaningful actions and avoid distractions that drain your potential. These aren't just philosophical ideas. They're practical tools for transforming the way you live. Imagine the freedom and resilience you'll experience when you stop reacting to every external challenge and start living intentionally. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This isn't just advice, it's a call to see every obstacle as an opportunity to grow stronger. If this video resonated with you, take a moment to like it and share your favorite teaching in the comments. And if you're ready to dive deeper into Stoic wisdom, subscribe to our channel for more content that inspires and empowers. Remember, the teachings of Marcus Aurelius are more than ancient words. They're a guide to living with purpose. Start your journey today.